Welcome back to Breakfast with Tiffini. This is a space for honest conversations, deep breaths, and saying the things we usually keep tucked away. Today's conversation is with my homegirl, Vanessa McKenzie. She's the woman behind Unfiltered Conversations, the one who held the vision, held the room, and made space for people to show up fully. No mask, no pretending. So before we get into anything else, I want to start right here. Girl, how are you feeling now after hosting Unfiltered Conversations and watching it all come together?
Honey, it's been a month and my mind is still blown, to be honest. I can't believe, like, I can believe, but I can't believe what God did. I think the biggest part for me has been how my obedience has trickled over into the lives of other people. I was just having a conversation with somebody yesterday, and I was saying how, I think I might have told you all this too. Like, this is probably the most obedient I've been in my life with God. And it's terrible to say, but it's the truth. And I think God knew that I would obey him more if I knew that they would be impacting other people's lives. Like, I'm going to obey him regardless, but the intentionality in obeying, um, is really because I now see and I know that as I obey, each time that I obey, it's directly impacting somebody else, whether I know it, whether I see it or not. Um, so yeah, it's not just about me, it's not just about my destiny. It's about other people reaching destiny as well. And sometimes other people need to see you being obedient for them to say, okay, I can do this too. I can obey him too. Even when I'm scared. I don't have all the answers. I may fumble a little bit in the beginning. I'm still going to obey because I saw sis do it, and if she can do it with the cards that she was dealt, I can do it too. So, yeah, I'm blown away by God. I'm grateful that he even trust me, honey, of all people, um, to even hold a space like this. So, yeah, I'm still blown away. I'm still grateful and I'm still obeying.
Well, honey, I will say that your obedience shook something in me. Because when I seen it pop up on my timeline, I said, oh, this is the time. This is the time to move. Because I have been praying and really afraid, just kind of sit
Mhm.
back in the cut. And I don't know, it was like I was just waiting for something outside of me to
Yeah.
to happen, or I needed to see like one more sign. God, like just show me one last little
Hmm.
thing for me to really move and step on faith. And when I seen it, I said, oh, it's time. It's
Yeah.
time to tighten up, pack your bag,
Yeah.
because we about to take it's time to go. It's
Yeah.
time to start moving. It's time to start moving. It's
No, it
time to
really
start
is.
going.
And
And
I
so
think I got tired of seeing us, like, knowing that we're supposed to be doing something, but still sitting off in the shadows. Like, I kept asking myself, like, why am I hiding? What am I hiding from and who am I hiding from? Right. And when I asked myself that question directly, I'm like, okay, it's given very much so I'm hiding from the boogeyman and somebody gonna come get me if I do this. Like, on top of that, the truth of the matter is I was worried about what people would say. You know, well, who she thinks she is and where does she come from and why is she doing this? Just all the what ifs and whys. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna have what ifs keep me from obeying God. Like, I'm just not gonna do it. And if it failed, oh well, at least I obeyed him. Like, that's just it. I heard what's his name? Pastor Mike Todd. I'm probably gonna butcher what he said, but I'm paraphrasing. He was pretty much saying like the result or what comes after my obedience isn't my responsibility. The fact that I obeyed is it. He was talking about when he had put his book out. He was like, I did what God said. God said, put the book out. I'm not worried about the numbers. I'm not worried about any of that. He told me to do the book. I did it. Boom. I'm off to the next thing to obey God with. And that's where I'm at in life. Like, numbers and all that, whatever comes after it, that's on big God. I'm letting big God do what he do. You know what I'm saying? Right now, where I'm at is when he tells me to do something, I'm doing it. No questions asked. I don't care what it looks like. I'm gonna do it. Period. So yeah.
So what do you think it was that they got you to that point where you was like, okay, whatever happens after this gonna happen, but I gotta do this. Like, was there any particular moment? Was it something that somebody said? Was it a specific prayer? Like, was there
Yeah.
something that was just like set that moment that set it off for you? Was like, no, I'm putting it out there, regardless of who got to say what and how it's going.
Yeah. Um, I can't say that it was necessarily a specific moment. I just know that I felt a burden. Like when I started prepping and doing all the things, like somebody asked me why. And it literally came from me being in prayer. I was talking about, my singleness with God, literally praying to him, like, look, this is where I am. This is how I'm feeling. And I realized that there has to be somebody else out there feeling how I'm feeling. And I got tired of having conversations, especially like in church and stuff like that, and feeling like nobody wanted to talk about the real things. And just sitting in prayer one day, I just started writing stuff. And I'm like, "Well, I wonder what would happen. I wonder what would happen if I made this a thing." And I presented it to one of my homegirls, Angie. And I was like, listen, I feel like God has put this on my heart. Like, would you show up? I'm just asking one of my girls, like, if I did this, would you show up? She was like, girl, what? Like, what are you saying to me? Yes. And she was like, she pretty much encouraged me. She was like, this is necessary. And the type of person that I am, like, I've always wanted people to feel safe, in every area of life, no matter what they were going through. I want everybody to have a voice and, be able to share, even if it was something hard, something challenging, something heartbreaking. And so when she said that to me, I'm like, okay, there's probably somebody that I know directly, or maybe somebody I don't know directly that needs a space like this. And I just knew, I told the Lord, like, if you want me to do this, I need everybody that's going to be there to know they're safe. Whatever their story is, whatever they're going to share is going to be safe with me. I've always been that way, but now that it's on a bigger scale, I still want that same message to be articulated. Like, I don't do that sharing everybody business, all that kind of stuff. I don't get down with that. So yeah, I don't think it was a specific moment, but I do know that the encouragement of my sister and just having the backing of God, it was go time. Like, my father has never lied to me and he's never let me down. So the least I can do is step out on faith and do what he asked.
I'm so happy and excited
Yeah,
for this movement because I feel like you mentioned, creating those safe spaces for people to talk about the stuff that they really dealing with. Like you
yeah.
mentioned, the singleness and not really having that safe space to really talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like open up the door and really like, okay, we gonna go there today.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that's a beautiful thing to have a space for where people feel safe to even open up because as you mentioned,
Yeah.
like there's not a lot of spaces where women especially can truly be themselves and
Mm-hmm.
share their heart, with
Yeah.
minded women and to feel protected in what they're sharing. And then also to receive wisdom from some of the
Yes.
questions and concerns that they have. So that is like a huge calling for one and a
Mm-hmm.
big responsibility to even
Mm-hmm.
have that on your plate.
Heavy on responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, heavy on responsibility. It's very sobering. And like
Mm.
you were saying about giving wisdom, I don't think we were, I'm gonna say I don't want to put off on other people, but I don't remember there being a time where I was taught that it's okay for me to feel how I felt, especially concerning singleness, and me being able to even present that with one of my friends. Like, I have been so intentional these past few years about really cultivating my relationships, to be honest. And I remember telling one of my homegirls, I said, listen here. I said, I'm jealous of you.
Straight like
I
that.
told her, I told her straight out, I said, I'm actually very jealous of you. I said, because she was like, okay. She was like, let's go there. And I'm like, okay, here we go. We go into the deep end in our friendship. And I told her, I said, I'm jealous of you because you have the kids, you have the husband, and things didn't go the way that she desired to in that marriage. But even after that, honey's engaged again. And so I told her, I said, now, I don't know if there's a specific prayer that you're praying or what, but I told her, I said, it makes me feel a way to consistently be the friend who's supporting, who's showing up. Anybody that knows me knows I've desired to be a wife, to be a mother, and to consistently have to show up as the friend, the auntie, and not have your own. If you don't check that stuff and be real with your friends, you'll find yourself resenting your friends and lashing out, and they'll have no idea what's going on in your mind. But you'll be expecting them to understand. Immediately no. Immediately no. And I wanted there to be a space for that truth to be shared. Like, tell your friends how you're feeling for real. And then y'all navigate that and talk through it. But for so long in so many different spaces, we've been taught that, we kind of have to just muster through and feel how we feel in silence and not communicate. Immediately, no. No, no, ma'am. Mm-mm. Get that stuff up and out so that we can help properly navigate that. Like, you are quite literally a ticking time bomb and nobody knows. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
But how do you do that though? Like, I mean, I
Yeah.
get it and I'm there, but
Hmm.
for women who don't necessarily have the capacity or like the bandwidth to
Yeah.
even be as honest or open, because
Yeah.
I believe that it starts with, like you said, being honest with yourself first.
Hmm.
Like, sis, let's look in the mirror, let's check us first before,
Yep.
we try to have a conversation. But for some
Hmm.
women, like, and not just women, anybody, people in general, like
Yeah. Hmm.
they don't know how to for one be honest with themselves, let alone
Hmm.
try to go be honest with somebody they call their friend. So like, how do you feel like you are able to do that? Now I know you got a gift
Mm,
now. I know it's
yeah.
it's been embedded in you for a very long time to have open and
Yeah.
honest, but very transparent. But for people
Yeah.
who feel like they're not there yet, but who
Yeah.
are wanting to, they want to
Yeah.
be there. Like, what do you think some things that they can do, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. So I feel like honestly, I don't want to say it's a case by case thing, but it
Mhm.
low key is a case by case thing because for some people, they have built an identity that makes them feel safe. And so happen to be honest about how they feel means that they have to shred that identity. And so now you're dealing with identity crisis on top of the feelings that are there. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So depending on who is who, I would first say address identity. Like, who are you? Not who you built and not who you forge yourself to be for the sake of appeasing other people. Like, forget about who that is. Whoever that is, let's go ahead and bury them, right? Who are you? And let's get to what was the first time that you felt heartbroken, disappointed, whatever, and build from there. Sometimes we like to start at the top. Honey, I like to go down to the root. Because once you get to the root, the stuff at the top it's going to fall down anyway. When was the first time that you remembered feeling betrayed? When was the first time that somebody you loved disappointed you or made you not feel like you were loved? And build from there. On the other side, you have people who just don't haven't had the opportunity or the safe space within themselves to be honest with themselves. We quite literally we be out here lying. Like, we just be out here lying. You need to take time, be intentional. I think we get so busy with life that we don't know how to slow down. You have to literally make intentional time to slow down and investigate within. Let me go back and revisit. There was a moment that I didn't take time to acknowledge I felt away. Be honest with yourself first. So it really does. It's like a case by case type of thing, but I feel like first addressing identity, you know, Who are you really outside of beyond the mask, behind all of that, behind the years of creating this outside character avatar or whatever that you feel like you need to show up as? Beyond that, who are you? And start identifying those feelings that you may have felt that you kind of buried in the back of your mind or in, at the bottom of your heart, and start dealing with that. And then for other people, maybe your issue isn't identity, but you haven't taken the time to be honest with yourself. Like that would be where I would say start. Now, hey, I'm gonna give my disclaimer, honey. I ain't nobody's therapist. I ain't no counselor, nothing. Okay. So please don't get to doing stuff. And what she said, uh-uh, uh-uh. I'm just telling you the things that I've done. Okay. All right. I had to put that disclaimer out there.
By no means. We ain't nobody's expert, licensed therapist, but no, that's good, sis. That's child. First of all, Avatar is crazy because
Because
I like as you were providing the steps that you feel like you took and that were necessary for you to get to that space.
hmm
I envision, girl, I'm so animated, girl. I envision
me too.
somebody. You know how like you clean up your room. We're gonna go to the bedroom specifically.
hmm
The
hmm
bedroom, real nice, it's neat, aesthetics is there. You know, you got the candle, you got the blanket, you got
hmm
and you go to that closet
Baby.
and you open that door, it's stuff falling out. You
All
got to
in
get
there.
on you on your knees though. On your
hmm
knees, pulling stuff out the closet,
Yep.
shoes you ain't seen, honey, journals you ain't written in
Yeah.
forever, a bowling ball in the bottom of the thing. You like, now how long is that? That like that's what I envisioned
That's what it is.
as you were telling those steps because like you really gotta, like you said, go get to the root. Like you
hmm
go within and really investigate.
hmm
And not just like investigate who you are, but who you are outside of those accolades because you can have
Yes.
credentials, the finances, all of the things,
Yep.
but still not know who you are outside of those things. And that's where those avatars to me come into play. I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
oh, I see that avatar. You got this at the end of your name, or you got this in the front, you got all these things, but it's like, who are you for real?
Who are you? And I love that you admitted like me, because as soon as you start talking, I'm like, yep, I can see all of that, pulling that bowling ball right up out of that closet.
Like,
But
hey,
what's hilarious to me is, I don't know if you ever heard your parents say this when you was growing up, when you clean up, they'd be like, you be amazed what you find when you clean up.
mm-hmm.
You'll be amazed what you find about yourself when you start cleaning that stuff up. You'll find that a lot of the stuff that you've been carrying hasn't even been yours. You'll find that where people have told you that you're not gifted in certain areas, that's actually where you thrive. Like you'll start finding out stuff about yourself as you start cleaning out the clutter. Like we have to be intentional about cleaning out the clutter so that we can function from a healed place. Like we just be out here doing stuff, and half the time it's because we're operating from a place of clutter. We got too much stuff in our hands, too much stuff in our mind. Sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere for a point 0.5 seconds and really start dissecting what's yours to carry, what you threw on your back from childhood. You know what I'm saying? What somebody handed off to you that you just decided to take on as yours, and get to the root of it. Clean. Mama says, clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up.
As you were saying in the beginning, like who am I hiding from? What am I
Yeah.
hiding? And as you mentioned, like once you start to go within and start pulling stuff out, you
hmm
really don't know what's in there. You would be
Yeah.
really surprised on the stuff you would find. At the beginning of 2024, I had wrote out, like I always write out like things that I want to accomplish for that year.
hmm
And over the last few years, the things on my list they haven't, because before I would write like, oh, I want to travel here, I want to do this, I
hmm
want to obtain this. But for the last few years, it's literally been things internal, like me working
Yep.
on myself. And
hmm
at the top of 2024, the thing I put on there was, I think I used the term declutter, but
Ooh.
inventory was the word.
Yeah.
I need to check my inventory. What's in my house? meaning my body,
Yep.
what's
Mm-hmm.
inside of me that for one I can still use that's still of service to me, and what are the
Yep.
things that I can throw out? What are things I need to get rid of? Like that was literally at the top of my list for 2024. Now,
That's good.
things happen figuratively and for real, for real.
Right.
I literally found myself in a space where I had to like literally go through my stuff in my house because I moved,
Yep.
but it also was a spiritual thing as well.
Yep.
So yeah, that's real. That declutter and
Ooh,
going in, child, you don't know what you
you
don't
don't
even
know.
know. And like you said,
You
holding on
don't.
to stuff that's not even yours.
Yeah.
Like how so and so shoe is in here. How long has it
And
been
how
there?
long has it been here?
We need to
How
address
long?
that.
And here's the thing. Let's go here for a second. Found that people will intentionally, hear my words, people will intentionally leave little things here and there, banking on you not finding it because they don't have the capacity to carry all of their things. They drop stuff off with different people so that they don't have to carry and manage what's theirs.
Bye.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Okay. That must have been the Lord because I came up out of nowhere.
Get your toothbrush out of here. Get your
Get your,
toothbrush,
is that a shoelace?
get it
Why
out
is
of
that
here.
shoelace here? These random little inanimate object. What is this
Get
doing
look,
here?
get that charger up out of here. You
Please,
draining
and
me.
and
You draining
that's
me.
exactly what it is.
You're
That's
draining me, and
exactly
I
what
don't
it
even know
is.
why.
Hmm.
Because you done left some stuff over in my space. Because you
And
could
it's not
carry.
big. It's not
It's
the
no,
big stuff.
nope,
It's the
nope.
little stuff. It's the little stuff. And you trying to figure out why some just feel off. Like, what do I feel off balance? Because you carry something that's not yours. No matter how big or how small it is, it's not yours. It's not yours. Hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Get that up out of there. And it's not, listen, it's not your responsibility to discard it in a way that will appease them either. This has got to be the Lord because I feel this real heavy. Like, if somebody has dropped something off and has expected you, or you subconsciously carried it, it is not your responsibility to discard of that in a way that will be gentle for them. You weren't gentle,
Vanessa.
didn't care about when you dropped it off to me. And I've been carrying it for X, Y, and Z amount of time, be it a month, be it a year, be it multiple years. It's now my responsibility to steward, as you said, my house. And in stewarding my house, this doesn't belong here. So guess what? It's going to the curb. And if a random man walking down the street want to grab it, hey, that's on him. My trash, your treasure. But for me, it's not mine. And I'm not carrying it. And no, I'm not calling you to come and get it. No, trash. And it's going to the curb. Oh, okay. All right. Let that land where it lands, child.
Listen,
Sounds good to
look,
me.
I'm over here with the old mother rock, like, mm-hmm.
Because ain't my arms folded. I'm just sitting here rocking. Yeah, that was good to me. Thank you, Lord.
Girl, I can't
Mm,
even.
I think that needs to be the what they call it, the
Yeah,
motto, the slogan for
yeah.
next year. Honey, declutter your house
Come
and
on.
get rid of the trash. Get rid of it. It doesn't belong to you. You've carried it long enough. It's no longer your responsibility to steward what's not yours. You don't have the capacity for that. And it's slowing down your momentum. It, really, I love how God dealt with my mind because you're talking about being animated. Honey, why did I just see the Incredibles? Do you remember when that man was trying to get up out that little room and them little weighted balls was coming out of nowhere, just slowing him down? Do you remember that?
Yes.
That's how I don't know why that just came to my mind, but that's literally how I saw that. Like we get to seasons of life where God be wanting to take us off. Okay. Like, bet you in alignment, cool. But because we have not dealt with the things that are not ours and the things that are ours, it's like those same little weighted balls. Oh, you didn't deal with that? Boom. Now you got to deal with it. And time after time, the more that you haven't dealt with, the more your momentum gets slowed down. honey, what good is it? What good is it for you to be in season, in time, and have not dealt with the things from the previous seasons? Now, where you should be free of clutter, ready for liftoff, now it's too much baggage on the airplane, and now they can't take off. Get get that stuff up out of there. Get out. It's time for takeoff, and it's too much weight on this plane. I really hope somebody receives this.
Girl,
I
I'm
really hope
still
somebody receives this
picturing Mr. Incredible, honey, because
because
but again, like you mentioned, if you do not, you have to investigate and take inventory of what's
you
there because,
do.
like you mentioned, it's the little things that accumulate and
Yep.
make it so heavy and weighted that you didn't even realize you had it. You've
Mm-hmm.
been standing there, you see it's time to take off, you try to move and you can't
Mm-hmm.
because all of that stuff has just racked up and got you way down. Now you looking at life just go and you feel like you might have missed your opportunity, but that's to me that's even more motivation. Like, okay, nope, let me go back, let me go deep,
Yeah.
and let me really figure out, let me start getting rid of some stuff.
No, honestly, truly. And that's just like, I feel like that's literally like a tactic of the enemy. And here's the thing that we don't talk about also. Like once you do identify the clutter, right? And once you do get rid of it, now you have to be wise about what you fill those spaces with. The Bible talks
Ooh,
about how there's a part in scripture where it talks about cleaning up your house and how the enemy will come back around. And if that house if that house ain't right, child, he coming back with seven more of them things. Okay. Seven him and seven more of them same spirits. Okay. And the Bible talks about how the enemy, he'll literally leave and come back for a more opportune time. And what I'm saying is, once you do all the decluttering, right? Once you do all the cleaning and all the things, if you don't have something of the Lord, because I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, and hey, but if that's not where you believe, if you don't have something else that's positive already filling those spaces, what you think get ready to come back and fill those empty spaces? Okay, yeah, you cleaned out the clutter. That's beautiful. But what are you now inviting to that empty space now? Because what good is it for you to clean out the clutter, right, from your ex or whatever the case may be, and you bring a random man in here that you haven't vetted and investigated or nothing, and now he bringing all his foolishness. What good was it? What good was it? So yeah, identify the clutter, get rid of it, and now be mindful and be wise about what you invite into those now clean spaces. You have to be very vigilant too. We get to clean and turn our back, and all types of chaos breaks out. No, you have to be vigilant. Open your eyes. Be wise about what you're engaging in and who you're engaging in and with. You know.
bye, Vanessa. Because bye. Just get off. Just wow. No, hold on. Let me digest
Right.
that because
Yep.
not only did you mention, you know, it's good to declutter once you investigate, clean, but then be very mindful and vigilant about the things that's going to show up once now you have the space, now you have the capacity.
Hmm.
It was, yeah.
What are you letting back into
What
your
are you letting
house?
back into your house
Hmm.
after you done cleaned up and made all this room?
Don't listen. Don't let your desires punk you into letting any old thing back into your house. Don't let your emotions set you up. The Bible tells us that our hearts are deceitful and wicked. That's what the Bible says. That's why we need the Lord. If you don't know him, you can receive him today. But no, seriously, you have to be mindful. You do. And the same way that somebody come knocking on your door and you like, who is it? Same thing you have to do with your spirit and your heart. You have to do the same thing. Guard your heart with all vigilance. Like, don't just be letting any old thing and everything. And even with your mind, be mindful of your thought life. Don't just let these thoughts run rampant. Check them. Wait a minute, that don't even sound like me. Where did that come from? You know what I mean?
And that goes back to to being unfiltered, have
Mm,
taken that inventory, checking yourself at the door before
yep.
you even open up space or even try to have the space to invite somebody else in.
Yep.
Ooh, child.
You got to do the work, honey. You got to do it.
Before we go, if you don't mind, if you could share what unfiltered conversations is, what it means to you, and what does it mean to claim your truth in this space? As we just, talked about first being honest with yourself, checking yourself, slowing down, taking inventory, and then
Mhm.
also being vigilant.
So, Unfiltered Conversations is literally a safe space to have authentic, transparent, God-led conversations. Um, it's a space that the Lord put it on my heart to be intentional about stewarding people, stewarding their stories, and stewarding their hearts. Um, it it means unveiling, learning how to be honest with yourself so that you can be honest with God. For whatever reason, we feel like God can't see us and that He don't know us. And I feel like people weren't always taught what it means to really have true relationship with God and to be honest with Him. And so, Unfiltered kind of cultivates and puts all that into one big pot. And my prayer has been that as the Lord allows me to have these spaces and these conversations, that people learn how to be honest with themselves so that they can be honest with God. And then, with them being honest with themselves, being honest with God, them subconsciously being brought into a life of devotion and prayer with God, because that's all it is talking to Him honestly and building relationship that way and learning how to be intimate with the Lord. And literally just sharing those intimate secret spaces that we don't always share out loud, but knowing that you can lean on God and that He'll be there to hear, to answer, and to guide you through life. So yeah, it's my baby. I love the space that God has trusted me with, and I love the people that He has trusted me with unfiltered conversations.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you for being at the table with me today. It means so much.
Thank you. It is an honor, an honor. I'm so grateful to be here. And thank you for making this space for us. So needed, so necessary. And I'm excited to see what comes from this.
Me too. Me too.